And the funny thing about it is, the marketing agency that I worked with, they took all of the kudos, from the success of Hollywood Hair Bar. But the success really was on Hollywood Hair Bar. It was on everything that I did and everything that we built, and also the product, as well as the videos, the everything. So I did all my own stuff. Like I said, my own ads. I did my own websites. As soon as they saw that, guess what they did? They tried to take it over. Mm. They want to do the ads now. They want to do everything. They want to talk to my customer. They want to speak to her. They want to do the emails. They want to do the SMS. And I'm like, hold up. So for about a good year and a half, I lost control of my whole business. I just got control back because I got rid of everyone and now went in-house with every single thing. And so I can control the voice of my brand and all of that. But for a while, it was taken over by the internet marketing world. And it really is a dog-eat-dog world for us because we have to understand that we hold the juice and that we have to continue to push our brands forward, because there's a lot of us Black women, Black men in this industry, in this space that have become successful because we got the swag, we got the juice. Mm-hmm. But we have to understand that we're no different than the basketball players and the actors. They're right there trying to take you know what I'm saying? And take it and turn it into something that they want to. So the women are very excited and very happy that I still own it 100%. And I want to keep it that way, for as long as I possibly can.
When you were with the agency, you started out with one number you were paying, right? You said maybe 2,000.
I started out with like
5,000.
But I ended up at 250.
A month?
A month.
So 250 a month. So you're actually paying and you're watching your brand being taken away. So like,
who does that?
That's a dilemma in itself, right?
Yes.
So what was that process like of getting it back? Like,
hell.
Are we having this team meeting? Like, yep. All right, look at the expenditures. This is way too much. Mm-hmm. How do we find the people? And who are the people? Are you finding local talent? Are you feeling like people that you've come across throughout your career?
I was able to hire, which is so amazing. With the internet now, I guess a lot of brands were going through this, because they say when you scale to a certain extent, which I have a lot of guru friends that I'm friends with that all have, multi-million-dollar brands too. And they told me a while ago, you should have went in-house by now. Mm. And I'm like, I know, like basically going in-house with all of your services, like your marketing, your fulfillment, all of these things, because once you get to a certain level and you're, at a certain level of orders every month, and we were at like 60 to 100,000 orders a month, the tax on that, each one is crazy. You might as well just go have your own whole, facility with how much you're paying. I was paying $250,000 a month to a marketing agency for marketing fees. What was I thinking? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I could have had a Google office to myself with 100 people sitting there all day with me, in a boardroom telling them exactly what I wanted. So it got out of hand, and they knew it got out of hand, but it got out of hand because I felt like I was dependent on them. And so what I did was I hired now, because like I said, a lot of brands are going through this now when they get to a certain level, and then they realize, I got to go in-house, and not knowing how to get in-house that's at the level that can handle the type of business that you built. I was able to hire I guess we'll call it like a hedge hunter or whatever, but they have them specifically now for marketing growth specialists and things of that sort. So I interviewed, did the whole thing, looked at their backgrounds, and then we went in-house. We went in-house about 3 months ago. This is all fresh and new. And we stopped all of our ads, literally. We revamped every single thing, revamped my sales, all of it. And I am so excited and happy. We are doing excellent. I had to revamp everything because we're going in different ways. So right now I'm like taking my distribution outlets into, going into more distribution outlets. So I had to make sure that everything made sense. Now it's not just online that's pushing Hollywood Hair Bar. Now it's online. Now it's beauty supplies across the country. Now it's, Walgreens. Now it's Amazon. Now it's Ulta Beauty. Those are the things that we're working on right now. So I wanted to make sure that my online marketing was not taking over my whole goddamn on business, because really your business should not be driven just by online marketing. And that's the reason why, I got into a situation, just to be honest. I have my face on like I'm the businesswoman of all businesswomen, and I am. But they tried to eat me alive, And because of the fact that we made history together, I trusted them. And I learned my lesson. I'm not trusting anyone ever again but myself, because they will get you. They
so
will.
what did they do?
Somebody gets greedy at some point.
What did they do that was an issue?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked me that.
Thanks, Shadi.
Thank you. So basically, marketing changed. And so because marketing changed, Facebook changed all of that after the pandemic. And, Facebook ads started to go up. So your customer acquisition went up. And basically customer acquisition means how much you pay to acquire each customer. So how much you pay for that customer to purchase your product.
And it became harder because the data, you couldn't, they limited the amount of data that was.
Yes, exactly. So now it's more expensive. Now you're just like going out there saying, is it her that she wants my product? Is it her? So it costs more. So basically they came up with a concept that was really a scam. And the concept, because they knew the era of online marketing was getting a little, so they created a whole concept of how I feel that they were going to dip out of the whole world, of online marketing, get their money out of it and all of that, out of their business, sell it, whatever the case is. So they came up with a concept that was like a TMZ type website, like a blog site. So this is something called advertorials. This is a new thing. It's not new, but it's kind of like the next phase of where we're going with, you have UGC ads. Now it's advertorials. So an advertorial is like basically like a article, like a TMZ article or something. Like, let's say you're writing up about this brand and this brand is amazing and this is what this brand does. And so that was now being marketed instead of my ads. So now we're hiding behind an advertorial, right? Secret to hair loss or something like that, let's say. Now you click that. Now that first click, because I'm spending my money, every click, I should be able to retarget. So retargeting means I can go back out in the internet world and I'm going to find you wherever I can to put my ad right back in front of you, because I know that you're interested because you've already clicked. So you might not want it to purchase now, but maybe you'll purchase in a day or two. So that's the bread and butter of online marketing, because you spend a lot of money to get a little bit, so that's the other, what you call your fisher's net, that you want to continue to catch your sales. So what they did was they created a way where that first click, I was not retargeting. They never told me that. They were retargeting it for their own brand that they came out with. So in a nutshell, they were stealing my traffic. And it happened for about 1.5 years. And I spent a lot of money on this debacle concept that they came out with. And once it all hit the scene and hit the fan, it hit the fan. It hit the fan. It definitely hit the fan, because I'm a nice girl, but I'm at the same time, I'm a girl from Los Angeles, California, Killer Cali. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is my livelihood. This is my daughter. This is my future. This is my family. This is my life here. And it's not to be played with, because you guys are greedy. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have all this money, you've done all these things. They have brands over here, brands over here. I was not the only brand I was the top brand. They were the top agency online. And I was their number one client. And I made them, and they made me. And they got everybody on the pretense of what they did for me. I mean, they made it on the top 1,000 list. I didn't make it on the top 1,000. I made it on Forbes, which was amazing. That was phenomenal. But they milked it, and I was working. You know what I mean? And so in a nutshell, I was so disheartened by the greed, because you're always told this, You see what happens to the basketball players. You see what happens to the stars. You see what happens, and this is my world. So I'm like, dumb Dora, how did you get played? And you was paying $250 a month on top of them stealing your traffic and making your brand to where it was kind of hidden behind something. So in a nutshell, I was proud of myself. I fired them. That was the hardest thing I could have ever done in my life, because they were my, I resonated my success with them. We created history together. And so that was a really hard thing. It's been a hard 2023. I'll say that. On top of all of the distribution outlets and everything that I'm doing and all the stores and all the things that we're doing, it's all these great, amazing things, but I had to get my foundation reset. And so I went through a valley this year, a really crazy valley, but I'm just super thankful of the team that I have now. And yeah, we cooking.
How much is the product?
Okay, so that's another thing. The product, we start off at $24.99. And then we go up from there. $48.99 is our next bottle size. We have an extra strength that's $48.99. And the wonderful thing is, our women, honey, we spend money on our hair.
This is true.
And, and that's the thing. We always say we have to make it this price point for this demographic. And then we get, products that are crappy products that are toxically hurting us. And I was able to say, no, my Black women, I know my women. Because I was that girl going to school, in high school, I would save my lunch money to go to the beauty supply or the nail shop. You know what I mean? I would starve. I would save my little $10 every day in high school to go do what I needed to do for my little beauty thing if I didn't want to ask my mom for, nail money or whatever. So I knew they were going to buy it. So I wanted to make sure to price it in the way that they understood and respected it, knew that it was going to work, because the normal price point for a hair growth serum that they're used to is $6.99. So $24.99 is a jump. And $48.99, that's like unheard of. But we've sold so many bottles because the women know that it's going to work. And even if they got to come back every 3 weeks and buy that little $24.99 bottle, they coming back and they're buying it.
Yeah, you have high retention rates?
Yes. Oh, we have over 60% return customer rate, which is unheard of. The normal return customer rate is about 20%.
Triple.
Yes, exactly. Triple.
It's just one product?
That's what
I have a SKU list of like 41. So, but yes, we have our top sellers. Like we have a top 10, 12 that are hair care. But then I went into skincare and I went into bath and body. The reason why I really, really, the other thing that I want to definitely share is that one of my passions is my women. And when I found out what other races are doing to the hair care products that are strategically marketed to us, made me sick to my stomach. Like Drano is in perms. Drano, like that's in the perm that we put on our hair as Black women. For years and years, we've watched our mothers and our grandmothers perm their hair. And these things were strategically created for us. We are running around with fibroids, cancer, all kinds of crazy things from hair care products. And so I really wanted to come to the table with ingredients that work, that were all natural. So that's what we're all about, but still in a poppy, fashion, hot, way. Yeah. Because normally all natural products, they're branded in brown and gold and they're boring and, nothing's popping and got no swag to it. And so we were able to really bring something that was different. And, the ability to bring something to the table for women that love what they're doing, love the product and love the fact that I'm behind it as a Black woman is really something that drives me every day.